Hi there, Hidden Hermit. Here comes the sun, specifically the sun from the Night Sun Tarot. And look at this, it's a glorious, glorious card, as the sun should be, I think. Now, I'm not here to talk about the archetype of the sun, although, you know, the meaning of the sun remains the same throughout most decks, I feel. But I'm here to sort of just point out some of the things that I've noticed on the Night Sun deck. So yeah, it's the sun, isn't it? The Night Sun deck tells you that the sun is indeed the sun, which is handy, I think. Tells us that it's card number 19, and also that it's the Hebrew letter of Resh, or Resh. You got to sort of almost roll your R in a very guttural way, if I know correctly, which I don't. But there you go. Like I say, this is a glorious card. It's incredibly resplendent. It's really bright. I am unaware of the significance of the brickwork around the top here. I do not know. There is some sort of seal going on here. Right in the center here. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. You can see the signs of the zodiac. Interestingly, in the order and in the position of where you get them when the sun is rising almost. So that's pretty clever. I like that. The rays are incredibly resplendent here, though. If you've seen any of the other night sun images, you know a lot of the cards have these rays coming out from the focal point, and the focal point is indeed the glyph of the sun right in the center here, almost looking like an eye, perhaps. I do not know the significance of the wood, but you've got the flower, which pops up quite a lot in the Night Sun deck. It's just so bright. It's just so lovely. The Night Sun is not geared towards reversals. You have this arrow telling you which way you should go. However, you know, you could quite easily reverse the sun and more or less get the same image, I would say. The interesting thing about this, and I'm just readjusting myself here, you've got these two children on here, and that's cool. You know, we're used to seeing a child in the sun card. Symbolically, that could mean all sorts of things. You know, the birth of youth, that kind of vitality, if you like. But the interesting thing about these two children is these are the same children that appeared on the Devil card. And in the Sun card, they've broken the chains that the Baphomet figure had them chained to. That's just really bad language, isn't it? They had them in bondage, but in this card, they've broken free of those chains. And I don't know, it's almost as if they're floating, flying. I don't know. I do not know. If we were to divert our attention to what the little white book from the Night Sun says about the sun, it tells us about rationality, new construction, the father, from a symbolic archetypal sense, I would have thought, conscience, brotherhood, abundance. And abundance is a huge buzzword when the sun card comes up. Harmony, idealism, creation. If ill-dignified, if it comes up in a spread and a not particularly great position, then rivalry could be one of those buzzwords. Vanity as well. Vanity is a good one when the sun comes up. Now, I'm one of those tarot readers that likes to think that when the sun comes up in a spread, it's a shining light. You know, it's your direction, your purpose is a wholly positive card, I feel. So it's interesting and also refreshing that there are some negative aspects to the card, as outlined in the very small white book that comes with it. Rivalry, vanity, and also difficulty as well, which is interesting. If the sun is blocked, if it's not shining that light, then things could get difficult. Not much else to say about this card, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that the meaning of the sun in most tarot decks and in most tarot spreads is quite clear. You know, it's a good vibe. It's a good thing. The sun gives us life. Life is very important when it comes to the sun. The question posed by the Night Sun deck is, where do I draw energy for my plans? Which is interesting, isn't it? I mean, we all draw energy from the sun, don't we? In a physical, personal, real sense. That's where our life comes from, to any living thing on this planet, to be perfectly fair. So where do you draw energy for your plans? Here's the sun card from the Night Sun Tarot.